How to quickly get lean. You'll be happy to understand that there's no reason you can't build muscle and lose fat fast. Once you've turned fat into muscle, with some changes to lifestyle you'll be able to look lean and fit the remainder of your life. But how do you start building muscle and losing fat? Glad you asked. And there's great news, because you'll be able to fuck quickly. The quickest thanks to building your muscle mass are to urge stronger. Any style of strength training will work. There's weight training that involves dumbbells, barbells, and exercises like squats. You'll be able to use either free weights or weight machines. As you build muscle, your body fat will decrease. Together with strength training, you wish half-hour of cardio exercise 3 times every week. The goal here isn't to exhaust yourself but rather to burn fat. When doing all of your cardio you ought to be breathing heavier than you normally would, but you ought to not be gasping for air. You ought to always sit down with your doctor before starting any exercise program. You can't build your muscles unless you're feeding them properly, and after you are eating right, you'll even be losing fat. Your nutrition must include a minimum of 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight daily. So things like poultry, fish, and eggs are good sources of protein. You also need good fats, which include omega-3, 6, and 9 found in things like vegetable oil and animal oil. Confirm you're eating lots of veggies, especially the greens. Steam doesn't cook. Every kind of fruit is good for you, and you'll also want to form sure you're eating only whole grain foods. Water is critical to your fast fat loss program. Keep one's distance from packaged foods and fast foods, and eliminate the soda. As well as eating healthy, your visiting should reduce your calorie intake. Don't do anything drastic, because that triggers the body to think it's in starvation mode and it actually becomes tougher to lose those pounds. Instead, reduce gradually. The primary week cut out 500 kilocalories. After every week check to work out if you've lost weight and reduce more as necessary. Never cut more calories if you see you're losing weight. Keeping a journal can help to motivate you and continue track. There are even free websites that allow you to trace your progress online. Losing the key to thin and build muscle fast. Weight loss, there's lots of buzz around it, but how does one thin and build muscle fast? Glad you asked. It's time the key was out. The weight loss industry could be a multi-billion-dollar industry, and they'd like everyone to believe there's some big secret that they know and you don't. That's how they sell you magic weight loss formulas. It's time you knew the reality about what it takes to thin and build muscle fast. Muscle versus fat. If you're trying to thin and build muscle and you would like to try to do it fast, crash diets that seriously restrict your caloric intake aren't what you wish. After you thin while dieting, you lose muscle and fat. Exercise will preserve your muscle and build new muscle. You wish to eat healthily and incorporate a full-of-life exercise regime into your lifestyle, which will build muscle, and you'll be able to watch the fat shrink away. The right foods to create your muscles. If you would like to create your muscles, your visiting should feed them, and not just any food, the proper foods. Proteins are key to assembling your muscles. This is often why bodybuilders use protein shakes to bulk up. But don't ignore carbs, because they're also important to assemble muscles. The key to losing weight and building muscles quickly is to eat a diet. You ought to be taking in 2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight if you're following a significant exercise the regime. However, if you're not exercising, you ought to be taking in no over 0.8 grams per kilogram of weight. Calorie counting without ever cutting calories, increasing your exercise, and you'll be able to see a tremendous reduction in weight loss. The formula for weight loss is admittedly no secret. You want to use more calories than you are taking in. So start being attentive and confirm you're burning up over your taking in. You furthermore may have to make better food choices. Healthier choices mean you'll have more energy and feel fuller. Building muscle. You aren't visiting bulk up overnight. If that's your goal and you place the time in, you'll see the lead to some weeks, with no magic potions or pills. Start slow, with weights you're comfortable working with. Always do your exercises properly. Match your goals and your training to urge the results you expect. There you have got it. There's really no big secret. The proper mixture of diet and exercise, and you'll be toned and lighter in no time the least bit. You actually can thin and build muscle fast.